kitchen space, then I can just like...
Oh, no, God, no. I don't need that much kitchen space
Okay.
for snickerdoos. Plus, I'll help you with all the other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't
Do you
need that
need
much
rum?
space to make brownies.
We're going to be out going to... you know what? I don't know.
Like I said, I'm only going to go for like 2 hours.
So I probably won't even see you out there.
Aw.
Because I'll still be working
You're
until...
not going to come out at proper lunch?
Well, maybe, I don't know.
Go to proper lunch.
It's
Callan.
like from 12:30. I'm going to be there from 12:30 to 2:30. So come out at proper lunchtime.
Second lunch.
Just leave whenever. Who cares?
Like,
Yeah.
talk to your bosses. That's what I did. I talked to my boss and went, "Hey, this is happening. Can I go to it?" And they're like, "Yeah."
See how we go.
Yeah. And that is the end of the year for work, which leads into Christmas.
Hui hui.
You mean hue hue?
Hui hui.
Yeah.
What's hui hui?
What's hui hui with you?
So,
I'm hilarious.
she is a witchy lady. You should keep her forever. So, great, yeah, Christmas is soon, but hue hue is here and now, which you guys have been not doing a good job at. You've been doing a job at. You've so far compromised Santa, become Santa, impersonated Santa at...
What?
Commodore.
How am I impersonating Santa?
You've just become him.
Exactly.
Yeah, stop that. It wasn't meant to happen, but it did.
But I am Santa.
Well, now you are. Santa's meant to be a cookie golem.
I am the cookie golem.
Oh, shit.
I would
You're
like to point
Durga.
out we successfully rescued Rudolph.
You
And
did.
I think, as elves of our stature, that's pretty good for a day's work.
You have.
We've
also-
redeemed Tom.
You're not supposed to have taken Tom. He's just a stable hand. He's just.
He's definitely
so
a stable.
scared.
He's definitely a stable hand.
Yeah, you have to. Makes him a professional.
Dainty.
At least in a professional sense, you've delivered at least 2 presents and done like the bare minimum for that. So Commodore and Birch have received their presents.
There's 3 presents.
There's
delivered,
3
so-
presents.
3.
There was the phylactery of...
Oh, that's
To the
not
dog.
Santa's present. That was
That was Reflex's present. It was
Reflex's
like,
present.
you know what? Dog can have this one.
yeah.
But we've delivered 3 presents.
Technically 3 presents. 2.5 presents. Yeah. Now Reflex, you're without a present and then without a gift.
You know what? That's okay. Reflex is just looking to survive the night.
It's true. I mean, you are going towards the next residence. Well, next open fireplace.
Next open fireplace.
Which I believe I mentioned was to a being named Sarkala.
Sarkala.
If I pronounced it incorrectly last time, too bad. It's now officially Sarkala. She's a great distance away. It's kind of like when you watch those Christmas TV movies and Santa just like goes from one house and then completely fucks off to somewhere else to deliver the next present. Like, oh, okay, bye.
Doesn't deal with everyone in the same town.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You just go well, you don't know what you're doing, so it kind of makes
Ho,
sense.
ho, ho! Away, Rudolph! So we're there, right?
Nah.
The magic of Hue Hue.
Magical Krehue, you're modern. You are now there. You've circled around. Well, not you personally. The sleigh and Rudolph has circled around. And what you see below you is there's no house there. So you just need an open fire to signal Santa that you're home. And this person is good? Question mark? They didn't border on neutral. They're good.
If I open up the book and have a look at the book, what does the book say?
Sarkala.
Sarkala.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
all there is. Sarkala and then good? Question mark.
Good question mark.
Yeah. So not bad. So
Okay.
it's fine. But what you see if you to look down, you will see a small fire pit, and it's been set up around an enormous pit. But the pit you can't see down. It's like got a huge webbing over it. But you would probably say it's probably maybe like a 40-foot radius. It's just a huge pit.
Just a large pit.
And a small figure next to the fireplace that seems to be sleeping. And there's a little tiny tree that they've it might be a twig with some sort of ornament on it, but it's not really a lot of effort's being put into it.
Santa looks down the fireplace at this giant pit
Yep.
around this web, and he goes, I think I need some protection. And he casts mage armor on himself. And his blue suede loincloth turns into sequins.
Beautiful.
They're dazzling.
I'll get you to roll
Oh,
On
right,
your-
I forgot about this.
on your table, please.
my
Mr.
table.
Wild Magic Sorcerer.
Oh my goodness.
Don't
Wait,
you-
that is a
yeah.
d20, not
need
a
you to roll some
d100.
percentile
I'm
dice.
sorry about that, everybody. Here's some nice soothing dice roll. That is a 40.
Okay.
I regain 2d10 hit points.
Fantastic.
Good thing you lost
I
it.
am so healthy.
Yeah, feeling well.
Can I have these as temp hit points?
No.
Oh.
But look,
Mrs. DM,
thank you for asking, Martin.
I feel like we've gone far too long on the wild magic table without a self-cast fireball. So I think that's the only really logical thing to do.
Perhaps I think next time Mr. Santa Claus rolls, I should be the one to roll. How does that sound?
I regret telling you what some of these numbers were.
I know, I'm very excited that I let
I
some
really
of them.
don't. Okay.
Don't worry, if I
How
happen
about if you roll one and I roll the other?
It's the spirit of Christmas, everybody.
Oh, but alright.
Okay.
Do you want to roll the hundreds or the tens?
I'll roll the tens.
Okay, well we'll do that next time.
Okay.
But for the meantime, you're feeling pretty jolly, pretty well rested.
But
without any
yes!
Would you like Rudolph to land?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you land a small distance away from the fire pit, but still quite close, maybe like 20 meters away. I'm sticking with the metric system.
Yep.
Except for the pit, which is 40 foot.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Forget about it.
It's a necessary Imperial.
You can mix and match systems.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I know the size, and that's all that matters.
It's very important that the players have no idea what you're talking about when you DM a game.
I didn't even know what I'm talking about sometimes. Yeah.
We land.
So you land.
Mhm.
So the figure that you see is a sleeping female wizard wearing flowing red robes that have aged quite a lot. But the pigment's still quite strong in the robes. And she has her little tree, which upon closer inspection is literally just a twig. And they've stuck like some sort of glamour onto it.
Like mage armor.
Kind of like mage armor. Not a sequin either.
The tree is clearly a blight because it has to be a creature to self-cast.
Maybe she's just a really powerful wizard.
Oh no.
By my sequiny loincloth. That is a terrible tree. I cast enlarge on it.
Can you read out what enlarge does? And then I'll roll a dice.
Wait, are we right next to the tree or are we still up in the pit?
We're up above.
Okay.
No, you're not flying anymore. You landed.
We
We
landed.
landed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we landed in the pit or are we...
No.
No. So you landed about 20 meters away from
Yeah.
the tree, which is the opposite
Okay.
side of the pit. You didn't land in the pit.
Okay.
Trust me.
The target size doubles in all dimensions and its weight is multiplied by 8. This growth increases its size by one category from medium to large, for example. If there isn't enough room for the target to double its size, the creature or object attains the maximum possible size in the space available. Until the spell ends, the target also has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's weapons also grow to match the new size. While these weapons are enlarged, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 extra damage.
Okay. Well, this tiny tree is now a small tree. A little bit more dense. Still quite sad looking. It did not sprout any more leaves or seedlings. It actually looks sadder than before. At least it looked like a twig before. Now it looks like a sad branch.
Okay.
But thank you. She now has a bigger tree. And I'm rolling a 100.
Yep, and I'm rolling a 10s.
Fantastic. Let's go. 0-0.
Serious?
Mhm.
Rachel, can I get you?
Yeah.
That is another
Are
100.
you serious?
Since we've already...
Like, in the spirit of Krehue, let's roll again.
Let's
Why
re-roll
not?
that.
I mean, when else are you going to do this?
Double dip.
20.
20? I got a 5.
25. Damn it.
It's one off what I really
I know,
wanted.
yeah.
What you really
Okay,
want.
so an eye appears on my forehead for the next minute. During that time, I have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
Interesting.
Oh.
Would you like to make a
I
perception
would
check?
really like to make a perception check
Sound
about
like
this
that.
point.
Would anyone else like to make a perception check?
Sure, why not?
Have you all gone towards this enlarged branch? Or are you in the sleigh still? Whereabouts is Fortitude and Reflex?
I would probably have moved up a little bit. But not too close, because I really have no business here. But I'm also a sticky beak.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Santa's being weird.
It's an understatement.
Santa is weird.
Santa is weird, and possibly a little too jolly.
And
I guess I'll just be right behind them at the moment.
okay.
You don't want to untie Tom Jamin.
No, Tom. I'll make sure Tom Jamin is safe in the sleigh.
Oh, he was... Yeah, he was cowering in the footwell.
Yeah, you did
Well-
untie him eventually.
To be fair, he has his own book now. So, I mean, he's probably happy to sit
On
there.
geckos.
Yeah.
Sure.
That would be a 2 for my perception.
Fortitude?
13.
Will. Santa.
There we go. 4.
Are you serious? You
I
were
rolled
blessed with this
I
extra-
rolled a 2 and a 3. So I have
you
a plus
like
1.
this? Hang on, so who rolled the highest?
Yeah, 100%. What would you roll?
13.
Yeah, easily the highest.
Oh god, at least that's enough. Alright. So Fortitude,
Yes.
you've noticed that this wizard's looking at you all.
Oh.
She's lifted up her big
Eyeball?
wizard hat. And she's just looking. She's blinking at you.
I'm gonna...
I blink back, but like out of sequence. Just
While Fortitude is doing this weird blinking,
Yeah.
I'm going to reach into the bag and pull out this person's present.
Okay. Can you make a strength check for me,
Oh,
please?
my lord. What is my strength? That much. 17.
Oh my goodness.
It sounded like you were running out of steam there.
So while this blink fest is going on, Santa, you've reached into the bag and you feel something like wet and just sticky and slimy. And it's hard to grasp onto, but you've rolled well enough that you grasp onto it and you pull it out and it just keeps on coming. You know, like those socks that magicians have and like the ribbons keep coming out?
Are you sure you reached into the right sack?
For now, it's the right side. But yeah, pulling this object out, and you've pulled out enough of it that you notice that there's like huge suckers just lacing the side of like part of this, and it's actually a kraken tentacle. Just one.
Oh, my lord!
And you've pulled about 10 meters of it. Oh, that's a bit too big. 10 feet. Let's go with feet.
Keep pull.
You just keep pulling until the end of it comes out of the bag with a slop.
Just a tentacle?
Just one tentacle.
Does it move?
Nope.
Okay.
Good lordy, it wardy. That's what I say in response to this tentacle.
Okay.
Fuck.
The figure looks at you for it. She's like, I didn't know it was this gonna be this easy to see Santa Claus.
A gift for you,
Hey,
my
cool man.
child.
It'll-
Come collect it.
Okay. She'll stand up and she'll like kind of saunter over, like arms rolling over. She's got a bit of an attitude, and she'll like grab the end of the tentacle. She's like, "Is it okay if I open this early?"
Wait till we're gone and dawn is broken. That's what all the good children do.
Yeah, I never considered myself really good, but I'm surprised that you came.
Well, my book had you listed as good.
Yeah, the question mark's there for a reason, sweetie. And she'll still grab the tentacle from you, and she'll whistle. I'm not gonna whistle. And from behind, the ground kind of like, you feel like a slight tremor.
Don't mess with Santa, sweetie.
And from the pit, what you thought was like a webbing comes alive, and it kind of like, in kind of like a wavy snake-like movement, it like slops onto the land and like encompasses all of you, including the reindeer and the sleigh and Reflex, who I assume is still near the sleigh. And
I'm probably halfway between the sleigh and the group.
Yeah. And it kind of looks like animated webbing, and it just kind of like domes over you all, and there's like this noise, and like part of the webbing like comes down to take the tentacle, because monsters don't really get anything from Santa.
Oh, that's just sad.
Yeah.
So that's...
How could you, Santa?
Santa? Why? Monsters are people too.
Just because they're bad guy does not mean they're bad guy.
Listen here, elves. Santa is a monster too.
Mrs. Claus knows your deepest thoughts.
You hear in your heads, shut it!
Still,
Mrs.
You'll get
Claus.
fed to the web.
I think I still prefer Santa over Well.
very nice.
Yeah, right. Mrs. Claus knows those thoughts too.
Aw. I don't know how to segue from this part because I've been derailed a little bit.
So we're trapped. It was what it
Sort
looks
of,
like.
yeah. This is a gargantuan creature. So if you want to make any sort of interested check on this monster,
I'll do Arcana.
you can do an Arcana check.
Can I go
Yeah.
nature, please?
Sure.
It's a 9.
9 on Reflex. Reflex, you got to do better, pal.
I'm trying.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh, that's what we need.
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Better than a 13.
Two,
So
20.
While you're talking to Sakala, noticing this massive, gargantuan dome around you now, this is what's known as a white maw.
White more.
It is a gargantuan ooze with a chaotic neutral sense of personality, if it had one. You would also know that this is a creature that was created by Sakala. It's not a naturally occurring creature, and it's kind of like her pet. Unless you piss it off with anything that's not acid, cold, or fire, you're gonna be pretty okay. Maybe.
Okay. Now, little Sakala, what's this one's name?
This is Mama.
Mama, you say?
Yeah.
And I reach into the bag and I think about Mama.
Can you make
And
another
you
strength
pull out
checks for
another
me?
big old tentacle.
A strength roll.
Yeah, just a strength check for me, please. Again.
Okay, come on, muscles. Shit. 2.
Do you need a hand there, big boy?
You feel like the same wetness, but it slips through your fingers.
Hey, big boy, you want a hand there?
Come and try this. Put your hand into my bag.
Santa, no.
Santa, no, but okay.
They offered.
Anything for you, Santa.
This is getting a little bit weird.
Yeah. Strength?
Yes, please.
Oh, that's pretty good. Save or check?
Check.
Uh, 19.
Yeah, no, you have no issues. You still have that sort of sloppy feel to it, but you pull out another 10-foot long tentacle, and the same kind of sound happens, and you see this ooze, not a hand, but kind of this claw spidering down towards you, towards the tentacle.
I'm just imagining this tiny elf just pulling this huge tentacle out of the back.
Look,
It just flops down to the side.
it's just that picture of a hamster eating a banana.
Oh no!
That's not the context for that photo.
It is a tentacle though, so. Anyway.
But that's 2 beings and 2 presents, so Our work here is done.
I do believe it's now time to leave. Exactly.
Thank you.
Moore doesn't want you to go.
More? We do need to deliver more to others. What if we left a little friend here for you? Brr? Tom, come here!
Oh man, Santa took a real hard turn.
Santa, you sure you're not evil?
But wait, you can't just sacrifice an elf.
I said leave a friend.
That's
Tom, come over here! Okay. Tom, this is Moore. Moore, this is Tom.
Mama.
Like little spidery hand,
I'm gonna
like,
pick Tom up
oh god, please don't.
and hold him up to Moore. And be like,
Sacrifice!
no, it's a hug. No, Moore wants a hug, don't you, Moore?
Benjamin, get out of there. It's the only other piece of advice I'll give you.
Let me just roll. Real quick.
Tom Jamin make a slippery check.
An escape artist attempt.
I rolled 19 on my dice. And this is an ooze. So I should have described it, but there was a lot going on. Whenever the tentacle passed through this Moore's ooze, there was kind of like, not necessarily an acid buildup, but like a necrotic type corrosion happening to it, and it instantly just consumed itself into the web of the white Moor. As soon as it touches Tom, it goes for the head first, and his head just like, I'm not even going to roll damage. Because this thing is really just a minimum of like all of Tom's health. Tom's face just like melts.
Oh no!
And just like disappears inside of the Moor, and the rest of his body kind of like just
No!
disintegrates upwards into the Moor
Oh my
and
God!
slips away.
Yeah, it's like one of those vacuum tubes, just with disintegration included.
Oh my!
Yeah, you shouldn't sound so jolly about this.
Santa, you just killed Benjamin!
There was no time for him to scream.
Let's go!
Oh my god, this is so
And
messed
I'm
up!
gonna go over to the sleigh.
And I thought I was crazy.
I'm gonna get in my sleigh.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can do that.
I would like to get to do that.
You can. Wasn't expecting Tom to die.
I wasn't expecting Santa to sacrifice Tom.
No.
This turned out significantly different
Yeah.
to how I thought it was, because I didn't expect things to disintegrate in its mouth. But here we are. We all make these decisions and we move on.
We sure do.
Well, before you go, and she'll look at Fortitude and Reflex, who you've pissed off towards towards the sleigh. Your work here is done. Before you go, maybe I can give you guys a gift. I don't really want to have this particular Santa Claus as my slave. I got a gift for you.
Wait, if we accept the gift, do we have to be slaves?
No, you're already a slave to Mrs. Claus.
I know, I was considering my employment options.
I mean, you can also shake hands with Ma.
Known death or unknown death?
Not
Tough
today.
choice.
Mystery is overrated. If you want to stay here for a little bit longer.
I think I'm gonna get in the
big
sleigh.
boy.
But if you want to go, I'll give you a little gift.
What gift?
Well, I don't need this anymore because I got Mama here. And she'll pull from, like, she's got a little bag of holding along her waist. And she'll just keep pulling out this rod and, like, give it to you on its side. Like, and just offer it to you.
Which one? Both of us? or-
Just both of you guys. It's just arbitrarily in between you guys, whoever
Okay.
wants to take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll give it to you. She's like, it might come in handy. Or it might not.
What is it?
Oh, it's just a little unmovable rod. I don't really need it anymore.
Oh no.
It was taking up space.
I don't like this.
I'm really kind of glad that Rachel has this item. This could be interesting.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, if you ever come back, you can give it back to me, but
Thanks.
I might put mama on you. Now you get going now.
Please don't.
I'm gonna get back in the
I'll,
sleigh.
Yeah, I'm also gonna head back
In
to
the
the
distance,
sleigh.
you hear 30 seconds before liftoff.
No,
I'll run.
So you head back towards the sleigh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, you grab the reins and good old Rudolph the Griffin flies off. And if you have a look overhead in like your bird's eye view that you have now, you'll notice that the pit is extraordinarily deep and there seems to be something in it. And everyone knows this from north to south. This is a Tarrasque inside of this pit that looks severely malnourished. And Mormor has been guarding it for a little bit.
We should probably tell someone about that.
I wonder what the Tarrasque's name is.
No.
I opened my
Santa,
book.
no. Santa, no. You know what?
The
I'm done.
Tarrasque is chaotic evil. It's not in the book. It's done bad things.
Yeah,
It's
so
on.
it's just under bad.
Yeah,
So it doesn't get a present.
it's Mr. Tarrasque.
Does it get
doesn't-
coal?
Santa, no.
There is Tarrasque-sized coal in there.
Look, I'm going to deliver presents.
Do you want to go down?
He doesn't have a tree.
Says you. Trust some big.
Santa, no. No more. I'm done. You can't do that messed up shit to elves and get away with
I'm
it.
going to reach into the bag and I'm going to think of the Tarrasque's name.
It has no name.
It has no name?
It has no
So
name.
nothing.
Nothing comes out.
Okay, then I put the bag away. There's nothing I can do for you, sorry, Tarrasque. Let's go! And
Santa,
I
no!
Whip the reins.
Okay.
Can I please add an immovable rod to my inventory?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Merry Huehue.
Merry way to all.
Do you want me to read out what it does?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Just a real quick notes
yeah.
of it.
This flat iron rod has a button on one end. You can use an action to press the button, which causes the rod to become magically fixed in place until you or another creature uses an action to push the button again. The rod doesn't move, even if it is defying gravity. The rod can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. More weight causes the rod to deactivate and fall. A creature can use an action to make a DC 30 strength check, moving the fixed rod up to 10 feet on a success.
And that's yours now.
Nice!
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Thanks.
So yeah, you see this really malnourished Tarrasque, who is on the naughty list, and because he doesn't have a name, he doesn't get anything. So sorry, you can't have a Tarrasque-sized lump of coal to suckle on.
Santa is very sad. His addiction is not satiated.
Well, look, if you go back to the Underdark, there might be more coal, or there's more houses to go to, Santa. So, what would Santa and his now 2 elves like to do?
You can just see in the sleigh, Reflex is like in a corner, just like hyperventilating. You can't just sacrifice elves! You can't do that!
Can we go home, please?
No, we've just begun. Let's see who's next on the list. And I pull out the book.
Yeah.
Santa!
I mean, there is a name that comes up almost immediately. There's Tobias.
Tobias. What's his last name?
Morpheus.
Tobias Morpheus.
Yeah.
Is this another good question mark?
No, he's extraordinarily good.
Extraordinarily
Yeah, like
good.
super good.
No, Reflex is just going to look over at Fortitude and just like shaking his head. It's like, Santa, there's something wrong. You can't just sacrifice elves whenever you wish. You can't do it. You can't.
Why
Oh my
not?
God.
You're on my property.
Aren't we Mrs. Claus's property? Aren't you Mrs. Claus's property?
Why are we anyone's property? Why? Who does that? Who does that?
In your head, you hear, invalid response. Try again.
Oh my gods! Oh my gods! Oh my gods!
Repeat last command.
Fortitude, do something!
Can we go home, please? You can get fresh, more willing, potentially, sacrifices.
Command accepted. Santa closes the book, and puts it down.
Oh, okay.
To home!
And you see Reflex going,
There's like a jerking of like Rudolph's head. He's like wasn't prepared to go that way, and the whole sleigh just like veers off into like the direction of the Underdark tunnel, where you do successfully like enter in. There's no obstacles in the way of the giant wormhole, and you make a soft and gentle landing like inside of the stable, where Mrs. Claus is standing, toes tapping, the filthiest look on her face.
Oh, no.
And you guys are probably going to find out what happens in the next episode.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah! It does.
Wait, so that means when you have mage armor on, it just sequins the loincloth?
Yes.
No.
So you have a glitter dick.
Mage armor is just, I move it to the side. I get an ethereal condom and put that on.
Oh!
Don't make a jack-off movement with your hands.
No, you put the condom on!
Sorry, I can...